All right, get started. Thank you, and welcome to our second webinar. This week, how to manage an online nonprofit crowdfunding campaign. So last week, we did it first started with your crowdfunding website, and we managed all the campaigns that were launched on the site. 3% success with the campaigns we managed, which we were stuck because it was twice high as industry standard. Other crowd sites like Kickstarter and Indiegogo were averaging about 45% success rate. So is a science. Managed crowdfunding campaigns rely on luck or going viral to hit their success, especially profit or philanthropic fundraising. Nonprofit fundraising has idiosyncrasies to make it different from product or artistic focused campaigns you can normally Kickstarter. So today we'll do the formula for successful campaigns and then one case study that we did with managed. Start with, let's look at the very basics of crowdfunding. It's your old model of fundraising that's been finding real football online in the past years. So it's just the idea of approving micro donations to achieve a larger fundraising goal. There are two models, all-in and traditional. All-in campaigns set a goal that must be reached in a specified amount of time for any donations to be processed. So that's saying we're raising $5,000 in 30 days. In about days, we've got $4,900. That's how we hit our goal. None of the donations go through. Tool, but obviously it's kind of inherently risky. So the option is a traditional campaign. You can process donations immediately, and all safer are often less effective than all-or-nothing campaigns. So deciding to use is important. In general, all-or-nothing campaigns are best with project minimum. So for you're making a documentary, the basement costs to do things like hire a director and hire equipment in order to get them running. Doing an campaign for that basement cost would be a great use of the model. That way, additional funding you get would allow you to do things like grow the scale of the project, filming more and having distribution. Traditional campaigns work well, and a portion of the funds can still be used. So it costs $1,000 to send one kid to camp for summer if you want 10 kids. If you raise $6,000, it makes sense to keep those funds and send 6 kids when nobody gets together. So to your goal, you'll need a campaign out. 45 days before you launch your campaign are just important 30 to 45 days that it's live. You need things like drafting your emails, building social media presence, enlisting your supporters and promoters, so you've got a whole team dedicated to making the campaign successful. You should spend answering the question, who are my donors and what I'm going to donate? You can't probably not a great place to launch a crowdfunding campaign. So say you want to go carefully. If you're not in a campaign, this is even more crucial. If you have that should be, your goal should be that. It could be your goal. Even if you're doing a traditional campaign, the psychology behind securing always says that it's way better to 100% of a $5,000 goal than 50% of a $10,000 goal. If you're not if you don't have a minimum, it's a list for you. How many names do you have on your email list? Do you email management software that tracks things like open click-through rates? If so, the numbers like, and how do they compare to industry averages? How many Twitter followers do you have? Engage. How often do you interact with them on those platforms as opposed to just posting to them? Look around the platforms and see who provides similar to yours. Were they successful? Owners' social media presence to yours, evaluate how much they were asking for. Certain organizations that have Facebook and Twitter followers to yours, did they have a $5,000 goal and hit it? If so, that can help you consider what should be. The online fundraising you've done in the past. Online in the past. It's what were the results? So the questions you can begin answering who are my donors and why are they donating? Question. So what WeDidIt does, what we manage campaign answer these questions for a nonprofit, help them how to set that goal. If at all possible, we always advise making video projects, no matter your budget. Video content online and is comfortable for people to consume. It also is your message. Every visitor to your campaign page will watch your video through your story exactly the way you want it told. There are always rules to follow to ensure your video is up to par. The first is focus on how people's donations help. Crowdfunding campaigns will demand transparency, exactly how their donation helps. Let your tell them how. Focus on exactly what you'll do with the fundraise, more than the visual contribution helping, and decide you want to make it. If possible, focus on the actual recipients of the donation. So, for example, if you're helping a school, show the kids. If you build shelter, animals, and the people who work with them. Campaigns are results-driven, and your video is your way to show exactly how those results will help. So, your video under 3 minutes. Worst things people look at when they see a video, even before pressing play, is how long it is. It's over minutes, that benchmark. Likely to decide not to watch the video. Be sure that it ends with a very long call to action. Let them know that you are raising money for a cause that is very, very important, and share the campaign. We did a campaign videos in the past. We put the guides, best practices that we can share anybody use when we did it. Fundraise. Now, campaigns offer rewards. It's not mandatory. Sometimes isn't applicable. So, somebody using WeDidIt wants to consider rewards. It's always something we're happy to discuss. Kickstarter-style project-based campaigns are easy. They're normally different iterations of the product that campaign is making. With nonprofit crowdfunding campaigns, the reward is a bit more of a gray area. The number of people doing nonprofit campaigns is there about the results of the campaign, not because they want to come the tote back. So, it's possible, often experience-based rewards is more effective. It's something they can't just buy on your website or somewhere else online. It's also well for fulfillment. You're responsible for ensuring that your rewards actually get their rewards. So, if you're shipping goods, you need shipments, you need to pay postage, etc. Some things that can be distributed digitally or back to you. So if you have a site or facility, offer tours. If you have a museum, offer membership. If your kid is involved with helping people, the great reward is a video bank from recipients. We've seen boards, successful campaigns, things like thank you notes from kids in scholarship programs and camp programs, and 5-minute video chat over Skype with orphans in Africa that benefited from your donation. These leave you for, and it's the main reason people don't see the campaign. Consider a table like this. You want to amount you're asking for the reward, the cost of fulfillment, and the quantity you have available. On top of fundraising, you also want to consider the column second from the right, which is fair market value. You're offering tax deductibility for these donations. How much the reward costs at market value. So, if, for example, somebody donates $100, he gets a T-shirt that retails at $15, then you aware that $85 of the contribution is tax deductible, not $100. Now, this is probably the crucial part of finding a success. You need to really consider how you're going to promote the campaign. This is the answer to who are donors and why they donate. To begin channels, organizations, email lists, and social media. The staff and board have personal lists that they can use. Some supporters. People early, and let them know their help is instrumental in achieving the goal. All the people who might be interested in your campaign but don't know your organization. Are there any others or other organizations who would be interested in helping you? Look around. If you do see anything, reach out. But every box is there helping you. Know that you want to make it very easy for you. You'll be social posts and making it simple for them that all they'll have to do is copy, paste, and send on the day you advise them to. Think about to maybe 50 minutes about them per week. If that, you may need to reevaluate the level that people have to your cause. As you thank them and get commitment, send them a set of meetings and check-ins. You're now, so it's your responsibility to stay on top of them. Before you pre-draft all the emails you're going to have them sent, put together templates, guides, roadmaps for the real people who want to run the platform. Launch date and campaign duration. Ask first, when do I need this money by? And work on it. Think of what the schedule is like. For the summer, people are going to be on vacation. It's during your annual gala. We'll be doing two of them all at once. Basically, consider how you'll be reaching out to people and where they're going to be when you receive your outreach. Once you've decided on your launch date, after one day, and be working on your soft launch. So you want to launch on Wednesday. The day before that is your soft launch. To execute successful soft launch, make a list of your guaranteed donors. These you are 100% complete positive will donate when you ask them to, just because you ask them. Public day, don't size it. Send no mass emails or social media updates. Just personal emails to your guaranteed donors with a link to the campaign page and to donate right away. Ideally, secure separate donations. This way, your hard launch on the day after that Wednesday, ready donations and support on the campaign page where receive it. It's absolutely crucial. It's uglier than campaign zero donations. We liken this to what we call the middle school lunch table problem. No first kids sit down at the table. Once you sit down, that's when the table you want to be at. So you want to get to that table before the other kids get up to you and you get to that metaphor. Do the hard launch on that Wednesday, in our example. There'll be a coordinated release of emails, social media posts on your channels, and all the channels of your other promoters. Crowdfunding campaigns tend to have surges right at the beginning, and again, with lulls in the middle. It's very important that you capitalize on that initial surge. It is mentioned in the first week of your campaign as you can. To do sure, everything you put out has a hard call to action that asks people to donate today, not donate in general. We'll do a lot of personal follow-ups. So, for example, post about campaign on Facebook, you might post get likes, comments, and shares, but it doesn't get donations. This is so common. Is follow up personally with everybody who likes, comments, and shares the campaign, and help them spread the word and make a donation today. It's going to be effective in garnering donations. Throughout, you need to walk the line between keeping it on people's radars and inundating them with materials. So, every 7 to 10 days is a good amount, and be encouraging and informative. Success you've had so far, and thank the people who have already contributed. Social media more like once a day, so long as you're posting updates. For example, would be just a reminder that we have a crowdfunding campaign. Where 8 donors in the past 24 hours. This is awesome. Who's going to donate next? Click support and donate right now. Set micro goals, advertise those. If in week 1 of your campaign you get to 25% of your goal, in week 2, mostly focused on not hitting 100%, but hitting 50% by the end of the week. This campaign for your donors shows the psychological impact their donation has. For example, donate $50. That $50 might not get you to your overall goal in week 2 of the campaign, but if you get closer to a micro goal of 50%, it's much to make the donor believe in the impact of their contribution. You also send emails to everybody who donates. Their contribution and make them feel like they're part of the fundraising community, like they're a real participant in your success as opposed to just an ATM that's giving you money. You can always email template that asks for donations from their family members. So, for example, something that thanks them, makes them feel included, and say, let's continue to grant the support. So is a really short email. Could you copy, paste, and send it to 5 friends and family members? So 5 friends and family members, $10. Very low impact, donors. If it was already donated, continue their time and affect the overall success of the campaign. Closer to its end, everything you're doing. Last week of the campaign, you see 2 to 3 mass emails, far more social media promotion as you drop the close. You can also have more emails. So if you've got some great rewards, or if you some rewards need something that people really gravitate towards, you can send an email social media post that advertises just that reward. In addition to receiving it, they're helping costs. The same goes for promoting a great video. Also send more focused emails. So sending a please donate, letting your donors choose how much they contribute. You can say, we're at $110 donations this week. You spend 2 minutes and $10. You already want to set new micro goals above and beyond 1% of the campaign, and let the donor know what will do with the additional funds. Continue thanking the donors. One of the reasons donors are not giving to a nonprofit again is because they feel acknowledged for their contributions. In particular, they're to help see the results of the project. So you'll keep them updating that project in progress by continually thanking them and reiterating the importance and goals of their giving. If you offer awards, keep them updated on when they should expect them, and be great to people who help promote the campaign. Crowdfunding campaigns are repeatable, so anything learned, whether it be in success or lack thereof, is not will help you the next time around. Crowdfunding campaigns are full work. And what we say is the basics. Of what WeDidIt does is to help manage campaigns like this. So for anyone interested, we'll always evaluate and advise on how to be successful. Obviously, things that we cover. So please feel free to ask questions now and check the webinar, or contact us directly to dig deeper. We're going to shut out as if anybody has questions. All right. No questions yet, which is fine. We're going to be posting the end of this on the WeDidIt blog to add your questions and start conversations in the comments. And as always, you guys can feel free to email us directly or like the WeDidIt team if there's anything that you want to dig into a little bit more. Two case studies WeDidIt have managed in the past. So the study here is a campaign that would run a national veterans network. This managed a few years ago, in actually more 18 months ago, more training campaigns. So Veterans Network, a large national organization to deal with veteran World War II. So they had a 45-day campaign that they fundraised for $100,000 for. The end result, you can see here, they raised $82,075 online. They all raised over $30,000 offline. So the pay was just over $110,000. The problem they faced was they wanted to take their professional medal tour wide, but they raised $100,000 from the they faced included funding from the donor base, where the average supporter was over 65 years old. Had never donated an online before. So, challenging donor base, they also only had one full-time staff. So, after using WeDidIt's platform, implement strategy developed by their fundraising coach, the national network raised, as we said, over $110,000. There's $80,575 on donations. So that's $82,000 in donated people who never donated online before. The funds came from 823 donors, with an average donation size of $256. And incredibly, their campaign received 129 donations, totaling $860 in its final 5 days. So almost their donations were raised in the final 5 days. Those were placed over the phone. So this is something that we did a team did meet their donor base in the middle. A lot of these people were older demographic and less comfortable actually making their line. We set a system where they could call in to WeDidIt, and WeDidIt team members would take their over the phone, putting in all their information line. So we're getting these donors' names and addresses, often of children and grandchildren of people making donations. So the donors and new donor info for the network, they could go try these children and grandchildren of the vet into larger supporters. Things that we did was evaluated which rewards were being successful. So we had a $100 reward, decided was going to be recognition as a bronze level supporter on the National Veterans Network website. We received some interest in this, and as you can see, they had 159 donations at this level, which is 3 times as much as any of the other levels. Something really important was during family members who had served in World War II. So through the campaign, we began advertising the $100 level as a remembrance tier, and we started doing that. We started flooding 159 donations of $100. That's $1,900, almost $16,100 donations. And once we decided that we understood the donor base better and catered donations here to them. Obviously, it was a great campaign, super successful, and we're always happy to tell the story about it. Next, a study by an organization called 100 Cameras. I'm going to watch this video now, but I'll include a link to it in the comments of the blog. I definitely recommend you guys take a look at the video. Super cool. So 100 Cameras, they wanted to do $50,000 in 45 days. This was an all or nothing campaign, and $1,000 was their operating budget for 1 year. So, kind of throwing all your eggs into one basket with this. This was a do or die campaign, and we really wanted to make sure that they were going to be successful. So, 100 campaigns ambitiously raised $50,000 to execute 2 new photography projects. They had enough funding for only 1 project. Challenge with offering a campaign of this magnitude with only 1 full-time staff member and a small dedicated group of volunteers. So the crew at 100 Cameras worked with WeDidIt to develop their team, make their campaign video, organize the volunteers who contributed to the fundraising, and in the project to captivated millions of supporters at a launch party. As a result, 100 completed their goal by raising $50,655 in their all-or-nothing campaign. During the days that the campaign was live, their business grew by over 30%. And for the first, they were able to launch 2 photography projects in 2013, doubling that. Now, an operating campaign. They lost $10,000 in the final 2 days of the campaign. Now, dollars that pretty much guarantee you they would not have raised if this had been a traditional campaign. But 4/5 of the way to the goal, with a few days left, that bill really took over, and donors started coming back, donating in, getting friends and family to donate, promoting the campaign personally, and they exceeded their goal basically with almost a couple hours to spare. That like a great example of how all-or-nothing fundraising can help you to a higher goal than you've set a traditional fundraising campaign. Now, I'll take a second to see if there are any other questions. So thank you guys so much. It's been a huge pleasure doing this second webinar. As we're going to be posting this on the WeDidIt blog, where it's going to live for posterity, and you can go, please ask questions there. Our conversations will be active in it, and we're always here to answer questions personally. If you guys want to reach out via email or live chat, Thank you for your time. See you.